There are several different types of nouns. The first one we're looking at is the common noun. But you also get proper nouns. Remember, those are the ones that start with capital letters and they are names. A compound noun, it's where a noun, and be careful because it can be a compound adjective as well. A compound noun is when two words are linked with a hyphen. Remember, it must be a noun though. Don't just automatically assume that every word with a hyphen is a compound noun. For instance, if a compound noun starts with a capital letter here and it's a name, then it's still a proper noun instead of a compound noun. But then the other one is an abstract noun, and then you also get collective nouns. But right now we're going to look at common nouns. Now, before we do anything else, we have to remember that every single sentence has a noun. The noun is usually the subject or the object of a sentence. It doesn't have to be a common noun. It could be a compound noun, a proper noun, an abstract noun. But a common noun is distinguished because it's a thing that I can see or I can touch or I can use any of my other senses on. It's usually something I can pick up or something that I can eat or smell. They're the names given to ordinary objects. And they usually have, and I call this an announcer preceding them. Something that says, da 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 da, here follows a noun. The word the, or an tell me that there is a noun following. Now, these words can tell me about any noun that's following. It's not just a common noun. I'll give you an example. The boy, a boy, an ugly boy. All of these words tell me that there is a noun following. They can also have possessive adjective like his toy, her toy, its toy, if I talk about a dog, for instance. They follow adjectives of number like too, many, few, each, and these are not adjectives of number. They are indefinite words: few, some, most, neither, every, several. You can imagine that. Few things make me angry. Few is the announcer that says da 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 da, here follows a noun, and then things would be the noun. They do not begin with capital letters unless they start a sentence. Be very careful of that. It doesn't mean if they start a sentence automatically it's a proper noun. It could be a common noun that starts a sentence. Some nouns have gender like male and female. Let's look at compound nouns while we are at this page. Compound nouns are nouns. Remember, they must be nouns that are linked by a hyphen. Be very, very careful. If you have a noun or a hyphen word and you're not sure if it's a noun, look at the word that follows it. If the word that follows it is a noun, then this word cannot be a noun too. You'll never have a noun that's followed by a noun. Then this word would actually be an adjective, because remember, the adjective tells me about the noun. However, if the word follows is, for instance, a verb like was, ice cream was, then I know it's not followed by a noun, and therefore this could easily be a noun. Remember, you will never have a noun followed by a noun. It's usually a noun stands alone. You will not have it preceding another noun. So what if you get a compound noun that is actually a name? Well, you call it a proper noun then. A proper noun is always a noun that starts with a capital letter. Can you note that this one is not a capital letter, so this cannot be a proper noun, and it is the name of a place or a person. Let's have a look at the next type of noun. Abstract nouns. Now, an abstract noun is a feeling or a thought, but here's a quick way to remember it. You can give an abstract noun to someone, but you cannot give it in a box. Think about that. Abstract nouns are often a feeling or an emotion. They usually refer to something we cannot see, touch, or measure. Remember, those that we can see, touch, or measure, they would be the common nouns. you can replace the abstract noun with the word something. I'll give you an example. I feel love. I can replace love with something. I feel something. Many abstract nouns end with suffixes, like courage, nuisance, knighthood, concentration, kindness, optimism, pretense, practice, detriment, friendship. Think about it. Friend is a common noun. To change friend to an abstract noun, I add the suffix ship. Now it will be friendship. Just a quick word of warning, watch out for nouns that end with ing. They are gerunds, and I'll be talking to you about gerunds a little bit later. The next one we'll be talking about is a proper noun. Now, a proper noun is a name, and it starts with a capital letter. It could be a name of anything, really. Remember, dog is not a name. Dog is a noun. But Labrador is a name. That's the name of the kind of dog. Now, finding a proper noun. They are the names given to persons, places, days, months, brands, and many more. Titles of books, films, songs, and plays are also proper nouns. The first letter, and after that each important word in the title is written in a capital letter. The whole title would then be proper noun. If a common noun is part of the name, like the Mississippi River, the first letter of both nouns is capitalized. Look here, Mississippi is a name, river is just a common noun, but in this case it will also be written with a capital letter. Right, let's give you some general information about nouns. Every sentence has a noun, some of them more. Let me explain. Every sentence has a verb, and every verb has someone or something doing the action, and that is the subject. And the subject, we know, is always a noun. Now you just need to determine if that noun is a common noun or an abstract noun or a proper noun. And remember, sometimes you also get compound nouns. Those are the hyphenated nouns. Often a noun is preceded, in other words, something that comes before the noun, by some kind of an announcer. Now, announcer is not a real word, I'm just using it for the purpose of this tutorial. An announcer can say, ta-da-da-da, here follows a noun. Like this article, a, the, or an. I'll give you an example. A dog, the dog, an ugly dog. It could also be a possessive adjective like his dog, her dog, my dog, your dog, our dog. There are many more. Or it could be an adjective. Now, there are many different kinds of adjectives. It could be an adjective that's not very definite. It's indefinite, like some dogs, few, many. Or it could be an adjective that describes quantity. For example, 1 dog, 2 dogs, 3 dogs. And alternatively, it could be an adjective that describes the noun, like a blue dog. A subject and or an object of a sentence is always a noun. So it's always advisable to find the subject or the object of a sentence, and you start doing that by, I'll give you an example. If you look at this sentence, this boy kicked the table. Now the first thing to do is to find the verb. Here is the verb kicked. And then when you ask yourself, who kicked? That is the boy. Boy is the subject. Kicked what? Kicked the table. And the table is the object. Now remember what I said? That a subject and object of a sentence is always a noun. So this word would be a noun. And this word would be a noun. Can you imagine what kind of a noun it would be? Can you see, touch, use your senses on this? Yes, so therefore it is a common noun. Table. Can you see, touch, or use your senses on this word? Yes, therefore table is a common noun.